I'm very excited to introduce you all to our latest piece of technology as far as 3D captures are concerned, the MySwing Pro. As we can see, we've got an avatar on our screen, and we're going to talk you through a couple of the features that the MySwing would be able to add to your lesson experience that you would not be able to see through normal video camera. So we've selected one of our pupils here, and what I've decided to do is we can view the capturing from any angle imaginable without having multiple cameras. But I'm going to go into the top here because we're going to look at this specific player's rotation. So we can see I've highlighted here the shoulder and the pelvis rotation, and we can see in this particular instance the player's 8 degrees open with the shoulders, 4 degrees with the hips, and at the top of his swing he's turned his shoulders through 81 degrees, closed to the target, the hips through 30 degrees. Coming back down into impact, then we can see that the hips are 39 degrees open, the shoulders are 12 degrees open, and then obviously the same sort of correlation at the finish. We can see the player from this particular angle. So that gives us an idea as to how the body's working, but there's many other features as well. So we can also look at some wrist angles, for instance, having a look at the player's wrist set from a face-on view at the address position here. As the player starts moving through his backswing, we can start seeing that this particular player is loading his lead wrist. Now that's the angle between the left forearm and the club shaft through 110 degrees. At the top there, fully loaded at 93 degrees. Moving into the impact area, starting to unload that angle. And then obviously, as the club keeps swinging, reloading that angle to the finish. So as you can see with the MySwing, we can literally go in and look at any dimension we're looking at. One of the interesting things that's great to look at is just some traces there. For instance, the trace that the trail elbow will be taking throughout the swing, so we can see through any given angle what the elbow is basically doing as it's moving in three-dimensional space. We can see how that elbow is tracing back, how it basically reslots itself coming down. So it helps us significantly with club path, hand path issues. You know, what the club face would then be doing in return. Another fantastic feature that we like using a lot is basically the loading of the left arm to the lead shoulder, or to the shoulders, as we look at that relationship or that triangle. So we can see as a player moves in, we can see how much they're starting to load the left arm across the shoulder at the top of the backswing. So in this particular player's case, there's a lot of loading there. That angle gets significantly smaller. And then how they basically blast that angle on the downswing, and when that angle gets bigger. So it will show us a lot with regards to the release pattern of the player. So the MySwing is almost like an MRI of your golf swing. We can see things that the normal camera will not show us. We can also correlate that, as we can see at the bottom of the screen here, with your club head data to give you a complete no guesswork framework with regards to your golf ball data, why your ball's doing what it's doing, the club data, and then obviously how the body affects the club. But the beautiful thing with the system is as well is it's got a screening feature there where we can actually do TPI screens, where our physical experts can go in and give you certain functional screens to do to see if there's any limitations as far as range of motion or strength and mobility, and coordinate that with a package that suits your swing with your instructor to give you the complete experience. So please come in, book a MySwing lesson. If there's any more questions, give us a shout, and we'd be happy to show you the first of the MySwings in South Africa, available at the EOGA Academy.